When a woman begins to lose interest, many men panic and resort to begging, over-explaining, or trying too hard to win her back. But here's the truth. Desperation only pushes her further away. What truly regains a woman's attention is not pleading for her affection, but showing strength, self-respect, and calm control, qualities rooted in Stoicism. A Stoic man understands that emotions are natural, but he never allows them to dominate his actions. Instead of chasing, he steps back, regains composure, and redirects his energy toward growth and inner balance. This shift creates an aura of confidence that a woman cannot ignore. In this video, we will explore 7 powerful steps to reignite her interest without begging or lowering your value. These steps are practical, timeless, and rooted in Stoic philosophy. If you master them, you will not only attract her attention again, but also command respect in every area of your life. Step 1. Detach emotionally. The first and most powerful step is emotional detachment. When a woman senses that she is losing interest, most men respond by clinging harder, sending endless messages, or making emotional appeals. But the Stoic approach is the exact opposite. You must learn to step back, breathe, and detach from the immediate emotional storm. This does not mean you stop caring altogether, but it means you no longer allow your emotions to control your words and actions. By practicing detachment, you signal strength. You show her that while you value the relationship, you do not depend on her validation for your self-worth. Women are naturally drawn to men who can remain calm under pressure because it communicates resilience and stability. Instead of sending paragraphs of text, send nothing. Instead of seeking constant reassurance, redirect your energy toward meaningful activities like working out, reading, or improving your career. Detachment also creates space. When you stop hovering over her, she begins to notice your absence. This absence triggers curiosity, and curiosity often reawakens interest. Human psychology is simple. What we chase tends to run, and what we step back from tends to notice the distance. By detaching emotionally, you shift from appearing needy to appearing strong. This is the foundation for regaining her attention, without ever begging. Step 2, rebuild your value. Once you have detached emotionally, the next crucial step is to rebuild your value. A woman may lose interest if she senses that you have become stagnant, predictable, or overly dependent on her presence for your sense of purpose. Stoicism teaches us that true fulfillment comes from self-mastery and growth, not external validation. This is where you begin working on yourself, not to impress her, but to elevate your own life. Rebuilding your value starts with your physical presence. Hit the gym, refine your style, and take pride in your appearance. When you look better, you feel better, and when you feel better, you carry yourself with more confidence. But value is not just physical, it is also mental and emotional. Read more, build new skills, and take on challenges that strengthen your discipline. The more you grow, the more magnetic your energy becomes. Women are instinctively drawn to men who are on an upward path. If she sees you evolving into a man who commands respect, attracts opportunities, and carries himself with quiet confidence, she will naturally begin to reconsider her interest. Rebuilding your value also reminds her of the man she was once attracted to, the one with purpose, vision, and drive. The Stoic man does not rebuild himself just to win her back. He does it because his life demands constant improvement. Ironically, this authentic self-development makes him far more attractive than any words or pleas could. By focusing on your growth instead of her attention, you shift the power dynamic back in your favor. This transformation is something she will notice, even if she tries to resist. Step 3. Master your silence. One of the most overlooked yet powerful tools in regaining a woman's interest is silence. Men often believe that if they just explain themselves more or keep reminding her of their feelings, she will suddenly change her mind. But in reality, constant talking and pleading only drown out your value. A Stoic man knows when to speak and, more importantly, when to stay silent. Silence works on multiple levels. First, it gives her space to reflect. If you are always available, always texting, and always explaining, she never has the opportunity to miss you. But when you withdraw your words, She begins to notice the quiet. That silence forces her to think about you, what you are doing, what you are feeling, and why you are not reaching out. Mystery is magnetic, and silence creates mystery. Second, silence protects your dignity. Instead of lowering yourself into arguments or begging for validation, you hold your ground with composure. You show her that your peace of mind is more important than proving a point. This is incredibly attractive because it communicates strength and discipline. Finally, silence shifts the energy. When she expects a reaction and does not get one, it unsettles her. That unsettled feeling often rekindles curiosity and interest. The more she wonders, the more she remembers the value you brought into her life. By mastering your silence, you avoid the trap of desperation and replace it with an aura of calm control. You let your actions, not your words, do the talking. In a world where most men lose control of their emotions, your silence will speak volumes, and it will remind her that you are a man she cannot easily ignore. Step 4. Redefine your purpose. At the core of Stoicism lies one timeless truth. A man must live for his purpose, not for the fleeting approval of others. When a woman senses that you orbit your entire existence around her, she loses respect and eventually interest. To reignite that spark, you must redefine your purpose and make it the center of your life again. Your purpose is what gives you direction, drive, and energy. It could be advancing in your career, building a business, improving your health, or developing mastery in a craft. Whatever it is, when you dedicate yourself fully to it, you exude confidence and passion. Women are drawn to men who have a mission because such men embody strength and vision, qualities that naturally command attention. Redefining your purpose also prevents you from falling into the trap of desperation. Instead of obsessing over her responses or actions, your energy is consumed by your growth and goals. This shift creates an attractive polarity. While most men chase, text endlessly, and revolve around her mood, you stand out as the man who is busy creating something larger than himself. That makes her curious, and curiosity fuels attraction. From a psychological perspective, people value what is not easily available. When your time and focus are dedicated to your purpose, she begins to see that she is not the center of your universe. And, ironically, this is what pulls her back in. A Stoic man understands that a woman is a companion on his journey, not the journey itself. When you embody this mindset, you naturally raise your value in her eyes. Instead of appearing needy, you appear irreplaceable. A man on a mission whose presence is both inspiring and irresistible. Step 5. Show controlled affection. Many men make one of two mistakes when trying to regain a woman's interest. Either they overwhelm her with constant affection, or they withdraw completely and act cold. Both extremes kill attraction. What truly works is showing controlled affection. Measured, intentional, and confident gestures that remind her of your value without appearing needy. Controlled affection means you are warm but not overbearing. You give attention when it is genuine, not forced. For example, instead of bombarding her with messages all day, you might drop a thoughtful compliment or share a positive update from your life. The key is balance. Enough to show that you care, but not so much that it feels desperate. This approach aligns with Stoic principles because it reflects self-control. You are not driven by impulse or fear of losing her. Instead, you act from a place of calm intention. This composure is powerful because it communicates that your emotions are under your command. Women find this deeply attractive because it signals emotional maturity. Another important element of controlled affection is unpredictability. If she knows exactly when and how you will express yourself, it becomes routine and loses its impact. But when you show affection sparingly and with purpose, every gesture feels more meaningful. Psychologically, this creates a push-pull dynamic. She feels cared for, yet she also senses that you are not dependent on her response. That balance keeps her intrigued, invested, and wanting more. By showing controlled affection, you remind her of the bond you share without falling into the trap of overcompensating. You create an emotional rhythm that feels strong and secure, drawing her back towards you, not because you begged, but because your self-mastery made her see you in a new light. Step 6. Create mystery again. One of the main reasons women lose interest in a man is because the relationship becomes predictable. She knows exactly what you are doing, what you are thinking, and how you will react. Predictability may feel safe at first, but over time, it kills excitement. To reignite her attraction, you must reintroduce mystery into the dynamic. Mystery does not mean playing childish games or being manipulative. It simply means you no longer reveal everything about yourself instantly. You let her discover parts of you naturally, through curiosity and observation. For example, instead of updating her about every detail of your day, you keep some things to yourself and let her wonder. When she asks questions, you answer briefly and confidently, leaving space for her imagination to fill in the gaps. This aligns with Stoic philosophy because mystery comes from self-discipline. A Stoic man does not feel the need to overshare or seek constant validation. He is comfortable in his silence, secure in his path, and selective about what he reveals. That restraint itself becomes magnetic because people naturally desire what they cannot fully grasp. Creating mystery also means expanding your life beyond her. Try new hobbies, surround yourself with new people, or pursue exciting challenges. When she sees you living a life full of depth and discovery, she will want to be part of it again. Curiosity is a powerful psychological trigger. It keeps people invested. The key is balance. Too much mystery can create distance, but the right amount sparks intrigue and rekindles attraction. By becoming less predictable and more layered, you remind her that you are not a man who can be fully understood or easily replaced. You are someone worth chasing, worth rediscovering, and worth keeping. Step 7. Maintain unshakable standards. The final step in regaining a woman's interest is to maintain strong, unshakable standards. Many men lose a woman's respect, and eventually her attraction, by bending their boundaries just to please her. They tolerate disrespect, compromise their values, and sacrifice their peace for temporary validation. But a Stoic man understands that his standards are non-negotiable because they reflect his self-respect. Maintaining standards does not mean being arrogant or controlling. It means clearly defining what you will and will not accept and living by it consistently. If she speaks to you in a way that undermines you, you calmly but firmly address it. If her actions show a lack of effort, you respond not with begging, but with composure and distance. By doing this, you show her that your value does not decrease just because she loses interest. Women are naturally drawn to men who hold their ground. When you enforce boundaries with calm strength, you create an aura of respect. She knows she cannot take you for granted because you are a man who values himself. This instantly separates you from the majority of men who give in to desperation. Psychologically, standards trigger attraction because they signal scarcity. A man with high standards is not easily accessible and therefore becomes more desirable. She realizes that if she does not meet your expectations, someone else will, without you ever having to say it. The key is consistency. Do not compromise your values just to keep her around. The moment you betray your own standards, you weaken the foundation of respect. But when you stand firm, you not only regain her interest, you elevate her admiration for you. This step ensures that if she comes back, it is not out of pity or convenience, but out of genuine attraction and respect. Regaining a woman's interest without begging is not about tricks, games, or desperate attempts to win her over. It is about embodying the qualities of a man who commands respect through his actions, his self-control, and his dedication to growth. Stoicism teaches us that the key to influence lies not in what we say, but in how we carry ourselves. By detaching emotionally, rebuilding your value, mastering silence, redefining your purpose, showing controlled affection, creating mystery, and maintaining unshakable standards, you set yourself apart as a man of strength and composure. When you adopt this mindset, something powerful happens. She begins to see you differently. The same man she once took for granted becomes the man she cannot ignore. But the most important part is this: even if she does not return, you emerge stronger, wiser, and more complete. That is the true power of Stoicism. It ensures that no matter the outcome, you remain unshaken, dignified, and in control of your life.